What if I asked my husband to choose me over his family? The first time I realized something was off, we were sitting in his parents' dining room, the smell of roasted chicken heavy in the air. His mother kept refilling his plate, ignoring me entirely, while his sister leaned across the table to whisper something in his ear that made him laugh. It wasn't the laughter that bothered me. It was the way he didn't notice that I was staring down at my untouched food, the way he didn't notice me at all. When we got home, I tried to bring it up gently. "Sometimes I feel invisible when I'm around your family," I said. He kissed my forehead and brushed it off. "That's just how they are. Don't take it personally." But I did take it personally, because every family gathering made me feel like an outsider in my own marriage. At first, it was small things. His mother calling him late at night, demanding he drive over because her sink was leaking even though she lived 30 minutes away and we had just settled into bed. His sister borrowing money from our joint account because she had his debit card saved on her phone. His father dismissing my opinion in conversations, saying, "Let the men talk." And my husband never defended me. "Don't start a fight," he'd say. "It's not worth it." But wasn't I worth it? The breaking point came during our anniversary dinner. We had planned the night for weeks. A reservation at the little Italian place we'd been dreaming of since before we got married. I wore the dress he once said made me look like a movie star. For the first time in months, I felt like maybe things could be about us again. Halfway through the appetizers, his phone buzzed. He glanced at it and immediately stood up. "It's my mom. She needs me. I'll be right back." I sat there, staring at the candle between us until the wax dripped down to nothing. He never came back. When he finally walked through the door at 2 a.m., his excuse was the same as always: she needed me. What was I supposed to do? I snapped. "You're supposed to be my husband," I shouted. "Not her servant. Not your sister's wallet. Not your father's echo chamber. Mine. You're supposed to choose me sometimes." His face hardened in a way I'd never seen before. "You knew my family came first," he said quietly. The words cut deeper than any argument. In the following days, the truth started unraveling. His mother had been telling him I wasn't good enough for him. His sister confessed she never intended to pay back the money she borrowed because, in her words, what's his is the family's. His father told him he should start thinking about real women who knew their place. And instead of defending me, my husband let their poison sink in. I found out had even told his mother about our private fights. She knew things about our intimacy, about my fears, about my secrets, things I had only ever told him. The betrayal wasn't just that he chose them. It was that he offered me up to them, piece by piece, until there was nothing left they didn't know. Now, I lie awake at night with one question burning in my chest: would if I asked him to choose me over his family? Or would that be pointless because deep down, he already has? The night I heard him say, "You knew my family came first," something inside me cracked. It wasn't just the words, it was how casually he said them, like it was a fact he'd signed up for in the vows. But I remembered those vows. He hadn't promised his mother, his father, or his sister forever. He had promised me. The next morning, I tried again. "Do you even hear yourself?" I asked quietly as we sat across from each other at breakfast. "You ran out on our anniversary dinner. You tell them everything, even things that should stay between us. You let them treat me like I don't exist. And you're fine with it." He sighed like I was exhausting him. "They're my blood. You're making me choose between you and them, and that's not fair." The rage boiled inside me. "I'm not making you choose. You already chose." His jaw tightened. "You're being dramatic." Dramatic. That word stuck in my throat like a splinter. I decided to test him. The following week, we were invited to his parents' house for Sunday dinner. I told him flat out, "I'm not going unless you agree to defend me if they start in again." He promised he would. I almost believed him. At dinner, his sister made a snide comment about how I must be thrilled to have married into real money since she knew my family wasn't wealthy. His mother laughed. His father smirked. I turned to my husband, waiting. He stayed silent. That silence told me more than any words could. After dinner, when we got home, I confronted him. "You said you'd defend me." He rubbed his temples. It's just easier not to fight with them. Why do you need validation so badly? Validation? I repeated, my voice shaking. I don't need validation. I need a partner. Someone who doesn't let me get humiliated while he watches. He didn't apologize. He didn't even look guilty. Instead, he muttered, if you can't handle my family, maybe you can't handle being with me. That night, I couldn't sleep. I scrolled through my phone, through old photos of us before the wedding when I thought he saw me as his whole world. The way he smiled back then, it wasn't the same man I lived with now. And then my phone buzzed. It was a message from his sister. A single line that made my stomach drop. He tells us everything. You'll never win. Attached was a screenshot. My husband had forwarded her my desperate texts from that night after he left me waiting at the restaurant. She had seen my raw pain, my pleading words, my heartbreak, and she mocked me for it. I felt sick. The next day, I confronted him with the screenshot. He didn't deny it. They're my family, he said. Why shouldn't they know? What's going on in my marriage? I stared at him in disbelief. Because it's not their marriage. It's ours. Or at least it was supposed to be. His response chilled me. Marriage isn't just between two people. It's between families. No, I whispered. Marriage is between two people who protect each other from the world. And you've made me the enemy. I packed a bag that night. When he saw me with the suitcase, his face twisted. So that's it. You're giving up. I'm not giving up, I said. You already did. You gave up on me every time you let them tear me down. Every time you told them what was mine to tell. Every time you chose their comfort over my dignity. He didn't try to stop me. He just stood there, silent again, watching me walk out the door. It's been months now. I'm staying with a friend, and I'm trying to rebuild the pieces of myself I lost in that house. But his family hasn't stopped. His sister still sends me taunting messages. His mother called me once, just to say, hell always be ours, no matter what you do. And the cruelest part? He hasn't even asked me to come back. Not once. So, what if I asked my husband to choose me over his family? Maybe the better question is, what kind of man needs to be asked in the first place? Because the truth is, when the moment came, he never chose me at all.